Hi, my audience on Dominus Missy, and you will be seeing me again on 28th of May with another wonderful mother with a great story. So let me introduce Simi to this show. So she is a published author, a speaker, and a business psychologist and a great mother. And we'll see how she is spreading love, joy, and peace to the world around her. Simi, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bismi. I'm very looking forward to our conversation today. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Simi. So I would love to know more about you, Simi. For the audience, can you share who you are and what you're doing?
Yeah, look, first and foremost, I'm a mum of two young boys. My eldest turned 10 on the weekend, and my youngest is 5.
Mhm,
I'm a wife to a lovely husband, supportive partner.
mhm,
And for the last 20 years, I've worked as a business psychologist. I work with really amazing clients and mainly who are leaders and business owners to
mhm,
really help them, one, become a joy to work for and
mhm,
with. And that really means helping them work on their leadership to be the best leaders that they can be for themselves, their
mhm.
business, and their teams.
That's great. So that's a great way of empowering the people who are already in the business area. So is that your passion, or how did you start working on this area? That's a long year, like a 20 years. So can you share how did you start that
Yeah.
business or like that passion in your life?
So look, that passion for me started when I was way back as a kid. I was always a nosy little child, wanting to know what's going on for people, why they think in a certain way, why they want to do certain things. That was my love for psychology.
Mm,
I grew up in an environment where my mum's an amazing fashion designer,
mhm,
and she had a very strong entrepreneurial spirit and set up
mm,
her own business. And from the age of 14 onwards, I was seeing her really drive her business and her passion for, really making people look and feel amazing in these gorgeous outfits. So I then, started to think about what I wanted to do.
mm,
And I, came across that I could actually do psychology and business and be a, in a work environment or field of work where I can combine my two passions,
mm,
make a living, but more than that, actually help people to grow and be the best versions of themselves.
mm,
So I did my studies in psychology and management, straight on to do a master's in
mhm,
organizational psychology, and I knew that I wanted to become a chartered
mhm,
organizational psychologist, which I became chartered by the age of 23.
mm.
And from then onwards, I've been working passionately with clients in the UK, working as a consultant in different organizations. And then I set up my first business here in Melbourne when we migrated to Melbourne
Mhm,
the first time. In 2011, I set up my first business,
mhm,
grew that very rapidly. And then we had a great opportunity with me to sell that business.
mhm.
We sold that business in 2016.
Uh-huh.
And then we migrated back to the UK.
Wow, okay.
We moved back to the UK, and my husband was contracting at the time. So I went back into corporate, took
Mhm,
a leadership role with a corporate organization,
mhm,
which I enjoyed. But to be honest, I always had that entrepreneurial spirit.
mm,
That when I went on my second maternity leave,
mhm,
um, I then set up my own coaching, psychology consulting business called Wellbeing Face. That
mhm.
was in 2018. And
Uh-huh.
since then, I've been working with clients globally.
Wow, that's a great story. Coming from UK, then going back to UK, and now back in Melbourne. So you got two cultures and two real cohort that you know very well, and then you can combine that for the audience into a global market. That's an awesome way of connecting people. That's a great story, Simi. And so now you are in your own business, that helping business people who are doing really well in their business. So can you share me a bit more about your, people who already supported and some sort of testimonies that you can share with us?
So, I think the work that I do is
Mhm.
it helps people in their business because it helps them be a lot clearer on what their strengths are, what their superpowers are, and then enabling them to put those into play to become 1% better every day.
Okay.
And so a lot of my clients say to me, Simi, I really am looking for transformation.
Mm,
I'm looking to be the best version of me that I
mm,
can be as a leader for my business, for myself, and for those loved ones around me, for my loved
mm,
ones. And, that could be business owners, corporate leaders, anyone that recognizes that they have got an opportunity to make a
mm,
positive difference on people around them.
mm.
So, that could be the working parent. It could
Yeah.
be an ambitious leader at work that's wanting to get to their next level of
Mm,
promotion. Or
yeah.
it could be an ambitious business owner that is really looking to take their business to the next level.
Mm. Yeah, that's great. So you are, I would say you are looking at the high achievers and then helping them to be consistent with their achievement, or maybe going to that perfection. I love that 1% per day. That's very much achievable if you do that way, because transformation is not a day job. It's like it's growing like slowly and steadily. And if you pick that 1%, that's a real way of telling your brain that I'm just doing 1% today. So that will be like, real good growth process. That's a great way. I love that. So, Simi, I'm just thinking about your business, your two kids. I know that in Melbourne, it's a struggle to look after if your kids are both are in school, or if it is in two schools, that's also another big job. So I would want like to hear from you. How do you describe the motherhood for you at this time?
Wow. I love the question that you've asked because, I could answer it in many, many ways.
Mm,
But I think the key thing that draws or comes to my mind is that it's a constant juggle.
mm,
And I hear that from all my clients that I work with as well. These could be leaders and business owners from Fortune 500 companies all the way to scaling businesses here in
mm,
Australia. That it is a constant juggle.
yeah.
Would I change it? No. Do I feel like I'm surviving and just trying to survive this juggle?
Mm,
I did, Bisme. For a long time, I felt like I was just surviving.
mm,
But now I really feel like, although it's a constant juggle, there are days, more often than not, where I'm thriving.
mm,
And those around me are also thriving. And that to now experience that and to shift from surviving to thriving, wow, that is
mm,
a big transformation in itself because we actually realize we can have more of a bigger positive impact in our world, in how
mm,
we interact, how we show up, how we engage, and what we can achieve
mm,
by really focusing on the impact that we want to have.
mm,
I think many of us, we get caught up in this juggle because the juggle's hard.
mm.
When you're juggling smaller kids, bigger kids, the problems and the challenges are there. They're just different.
Yeah.
They're just different. And I think that, it can feel like a grind. It can feel really challenging and stressful, and you can feel like you're going to drop the ball.
Exactly. Yeah.
You feel like that sometimes. I know I feel like that. You're going to drop the ball.
Yeah.
Something, you're going to forget something, or
Yeah,
you're
maybe
gonna,
change, missed your calendar and then, missed appointments with kids' school, or maybe like, I always struggle because my kids' school is still giving that paper form for anything like, maybe a donut day or a book
yeah.
club. Everything is on paper. And it will be last minute that I forget, oh, it was today was the deadline, that's gone. But yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a juggle. So,
Juggle.
and I know that you're looking at the big cohort of high achievers and the same time your family and the little kids. So how do you keep your peace inside? You are like, you are talking like, I am in control of those things, even though I'm juggling and trying to, juggle around. But you do have that calmness in you. So how do you keep those calmness in yourself?
Look, it's something I've had to work on with me,
Mhm.
absolutely. But the biggest thing that I've found that helps me show up in a way where I want to feel
Mm.
calm and, a bit more in control than probably, on some days I don't feel, is so I've developed a formula that helps you be more effective and feel energized
Mm.
in 5 minutes a day. And I share that in my book that's coming,
Oh, okay.
going to be released internationally this year, and it's been published by Wiley. It's called
Mm-hmm.
Productivity Joy.
Mm-hmm.
And why I'm really excited about it is because I've used that formula for many years now,
Mm.
and it's really helped me cultivate a mindset at the start of the day that
Mm-hmm.
primes me to
Mm-hmm.
be who I need to be for my day.
Oh, okay.
And many of my clients have also tried and tested the formula, and they love it too because they say
Mm-hmm.
to me, it makes me feel really intentional.
Mm.
It makes me feel that I get stuff done. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I actually feel like I've got lots of energy. Even at the end of the day, when I've been so impactful, I can go home and spend time with my family and friends and be present.
Mm. That's great. So I would love to know, can you share your name of your book and then when that is going to come into the market, please?
Yeah, wonderful. So the book is called Productivity Joy.
Productivity Joy, yes?
Yeah. Um, Feel energized and be effective in 5 minutes a day. So very practical and accessible, and it's backed by psychological science, and
Mhm.
it's a proven formula. And it's going to be released internationally in end of September. So it'll be available end of September.
Yeah. So I should be like, putting your details on the, description area. And I think, I should give them a reminder in September as well, because that should be a must read book for people like me, and especially mothers having all different things happening in their world. And then that 5 minutes, it's the I would say the trick that they need to, you know educate themselves and practice themselves to be the best version of them.
I
So,
would I would love that, Bisme, because for me, with my clients as well, many of them describe it as a game changer.
oh, wow. Okay.
Applying the formula.
Mhm.
And you know what I love about the formula in terms of the output
Mhm.
of practicing the formula? It's really helped shape my relationships with,
Mm.
with my children, with
Mhm.
my loved ones, and play all the different roles that we as mothers
Mm.
got to play each and every day.
Yeah.
you know, Hats off to all the mums out there because, before anything else, we're always looking out for other people,
Mm.
and we're leaving our own needs behind, and we're caring, and we're being there for everyone else, and we're trying to keep it all together all
Mm.
the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
It is a
That's
big
great.
juggle.
That's great. So I really I wish you the very best for your book launch, and I will be sharing the good news through my channel, and then people should be reading that. So, my listeners, watch the space and then find out how you can grab the copy of this wonderful and useful and proven trick to be energetic in 5 minutes. So, I'm coming up back to you, Simi, for my next question. So, you mentioned that's the trick or the formula that you're practicing to get your energy up to the end of the day. And that's what we all need, because coffee may not be able to do that or exercise everything. So that we need that formula. So I'll wait for that. So let me check with you for some tools or something that that can utilized in motherhood, especially for the mothers having different issues, having disability kids or having issues with family violence or being a single mom or single parenting, or even like, for co-parenting, like in different places. So all different type
Yeah.
of parenting is coming into play to your mental health, and then psychological factors are affecting in different ways, because wherever you are, if you are in a full family with that piece as a husband and wife, father and mother, again there are issues there. So I would be asking to this psychologist hat of you, for a mother, what we can do to, I know that it's always challenging environment, but what will be the core things that we can do to, keep that flow of life in a better way?
I love that you asked this question, and I think one of the key things I would really highlight here is it's important to keep reminding yourself that you're doing a great job.
Hmm. Yeah.
Very often we look at the things that have gone wrong, or the balls that we've dropped, or the things that are not going so well.
Mm.
And that's because, as human beings, we have this negativity bias, which
Mm.
really stems back from our evolutionary days
Mm.
in cavemen and cave women, where our brain had to keep a lookout for all these negative things
Mm.
to keep us safe, small, and hidden, to keep us
Yeah.
protected.
Mm.
And although we're not, in a world where we're going to be attacked by a saber-toothed tiger, in our
Yeah.
world today, but there are threats and hazards and things that, still we're trying
Mm.
to protect ourselves from. If we're not trying
Mm.
to protect ourselves, we're trying to protect our loved ones.
Exactly.
So it's very, very easy for us to fall into a trap where, without realizing it, we are consistently letting a negative narrative
Hmm.
occur in our mind, whether that be about ourselves or how we're handling things or how the children are doing, that we're not good enough, we're not giving our children enough, we're not, being able to provide. This not enough kind of narrative can
Mm.
really, really grate away without us even realizing it.
Yeah.
It can start to chip away at your self-confidence, your self-worth. It can start to chip away in terms of how you then show up,
Mm.
the way in which you interact, and your energy.
Yeah.
We're first and foremost, we're all energetic human beings. We have,
Mm.
and we can feel people's energy when we're in their presence.
Mm. Yeah.
And I know that, being a mum, we have all these things on our mind. Sometimes it's really hard to be present.
Yeah.
So one
Exactly.
one thing is to remind yourself that you are doing a great job, massively.
Yes.
Secondly, allow yourself to be present.
Mm-hmm.
So like you and I were having this beautiful conversation, Bismi, and you were giving your full undivided attention.
Mm.
Makes our conversation, and it makes me feel seen, heard,
Yeah. Heard. Yeah.
valued. Yeah. And if we can do that with those that we interact with,
Mm.
The quality of those interactions, the quality of the outcome of the time that we've spent,
Mm.
that person,
Yeah.
it magnifies. It
Wow,
grows.
that's awesome. I picked up two key words from you, Simi. I like that negative narrative in your brain, because when you have that narrative already in your brain, you can't really put up anything positive there, because you already got that vision in you and saying that this person is doing really bad, this is all blah blah blah. Then and nothing can be done, because the brain is a machine that whatever you pushing into there, that's all they can do. So I love that concept of narrative, negative narrative, mindset. That's what everyone needs to change. And the other one, I love that you are doing good job, and you need to pat yourself and acknowledge and recognize and celebrate that you're doing good things.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe from generation to generation, motherhood is like, oh, you have to do it. And there is no real acknowledgement for that. And I love that you were doing. And the third one I picked up is that 100% concentration, undivided attention while you're doing something, that being in that present moment. So allow that three real golden rules, I would say, to all mothers listening to us through our media. This is not from just a mother. She is the business psychologist and helping all these top achievers. So this is the golden nuggets that we are getting free from Simi. So I would love to repeat again. Change your negative narrative from your brain to become a positive person, and makes yourself and tell yourself that you are doing good job, you are doing marvelous things. And the third one is give that present moment the 100% undivided attention. So that maybe to your kids, to your partner, to your co-worker or your friend, wherever you are, give that undivided attention. So if you can do those three top rules, that's where motherhood become a blessing, and then doing everything with happiness. That's great message, Simi. I love that. I really love that. And I would really love to check with you, Simi. I know that you're active in LinkedIn, and is there any other way that we can connect if you really want to have that business coaching or business psychologist help from you, Simi? How can I come out to you?
Yeah, would love for to be connected on LinkedIn. I'm also on Instagram, on Facebook.
Mhm,
We have a YouTube channel as well.
mhm,
So all different means of getting in touch. And please do,
mhm,
for any of your listeners that need and would like to have, that extra support, but
mhm.
also are ready for, a real transformation.
Yeah.
I think that, we're on this planet for such a short amount of time
Yes.
that if we as mothers can, make the biggest difference,
Mm.
the most positive difference that we can make in this world, how better? We're leaving a legacy for our children to live in a better world.
Exactly. So I would say you are the, like, and I heard from one of other mother is motherhood is like a university. You are learning all the things first from your mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned that we are leaving a legacy. That's a great word to remember, because you're making that legacy thing. So make that with your heart, full heart, and then
Yeah.
generations will remember, and then the impact will be there from one generation to other generation. So that's a great message, Simi. So I will be adding all these handles, that Simi's connections, on this video's description. Please connect to Simi and get empowered and become the legend, or, like, that legacy here as a motherhood. And if you are an entrepreneur and if you want to get motivated from Simi, connect with Simi as well, and wait for her book to get that tip, that a real proven formula from her as well. So thank you, Simi, for having your time on this series, and it is a real blessing to find out more about you, connected with you, and then, having all these good motivations and tips for all the mothers hearing me around the globe. So thank you so much, Simi.
Thank you, Bismi. It's been absolutely my pleasure. And I really hope that your listeners take away a few nuggets and a few insights that they can just put into play today. But at the same time, reminding themselves they're doing a great job, and also going out there and letting other mothers that they know as well know that they're also doing an awesome job.
Awesome. So I wish you a great motherhood, Simi, and enjoy the Mother's Day every day. And to my audience, and I'm so glad that you're picking up this series and all the mothers I'm sharing in this series, and giving them love and then connecting to them and getting empowered. As a token of my love to you, all the people, I am partnering with JMW Events as an official media partner, and then giving 10% off for our coming concert of magical musician Stephen Devassy on July 21st at Westgate Stadium, Altona. So if you want to get 10% off, use the promo code BP10, Bismi Palati 10. And if you want a free ticket, there will be some questions right under Simi's handles, and the winner will be getting the free platinum ticket. That means you'll be sitting in the first row for the concert. So I invite everyone, come and enjoy these magical moments with the JMW events, and I will be there to connect and enjoy and celebrate our life. So this is Dominus Nisi, spreading love, joy, and peace around the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.